Good evening and welcome to a new episode of Bahrain Now, where we get to talk about the country's latest hot topics, trends, and talents. Tonight's episode is going to help each and every one of you who wants to organize their lives and schedule it. I'm Bara Abdallah, and this is Bahrain Now.
Powerful, determined, and inspiring. On the 1st of December of every year, we celebrate the Bahraini woman for her brilliant achievements and success in different fields, marking her presence both regionally and globally. Today, we congratulate you for your ongoing successful and motivational journey.
Most of us live a busy life with an accelerating pace. Many responsibilities are divided between work and personal life as well. On the other hand, many find it difficult to achieve a balance between their lives and work, so that one side overwhelms the other and thus causes troubles and problems. In order to avoid these problems as much as possible, we are honored to have in our studio tonight the writer, coach, and certified trainer who has also provided courses that balance between life and work, Coach Ahmed Al-Nuh. So, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm so happy actually to be with you, Bara, such a talent and creative guy. So yeah, hopefully that we can share the good benefit information for everyone and we're gonna enjoy our time.
Oh, you are a life coach. That's for sure. I mean,
thank you very much.
It's quite an introduction. So now life coaching, it's becoming more of a thing right now. I mean, it's been for a while, but now I think people day by day get to understand what life coaching is. So in your own words, what is life coaching?
I don't believe actually in the word of life coaching.
Okay.
I would rather to say that I go for a specific kind of coaching. For example, I can say you are a career coaching, health coaching. For example, we can say empowerment coaching. So even the coach can be specific for something that he can help the individual instead of he can be just doing something in general.
Yeah.
In this regard, I can say the life coach or the coach is someone who can walk beside you, all right, and ask you the right question like your friend, like your shadow.
Okay.
And after that, you can with him to write your action plan, and in order to achieve your goal and your value, which is you're gonna decide what do you wanna achieve. He will just shadow you. He just will walk with you, let's say.
All right.
And he will give you not a guidance, but let's say some good question, which is will give you the good idea in your mind in order to achieve your goals.
Oh, wow. So side by side, we walk together.
True.
And you're going to ask me the right questions.
Exactly.
Can you give me a question?
So many questions. For example,
Yeah.
Baha. Who do you see yourself after 5 years? It's a simple one, right?
Yes.
But this question gonna make you think about later on about 5 years.
Right.
The good thing about life coaching, it's all about the future. We will not go back for the past. We will not ask about something that happened before. We're gonna take you from this moment to later on. This is what we care about. This is what we give it the full attention.
5 years from now, hopefully I'll still be hosting a TV show called Bahrain Now.
Wow,
I mean,
that's
let's hope for that. I'm going to change my name to Baha, that's for sure as well.
Bara.
Don't worry about
We'll keep it as a Baha.
that's going to be a life coaching lesson right now, 101. So, I mean, you don't only coach, you write, you do courses, but you're married. At the same time, you have a full-time job. So you alone have a lot to go with, and you want to balance your work and life together. So you alone, you're coaching yourself at this point?
Of course, definitely, because if you don't ask yourself the right question, if you don't put for yourself the right plan and the right techniques to do your, let's say, your life according to your purpose, according to your big why, you will not be able to achieve all of this.
Okay.
Let's say, for example, I use a technique that's called the 5 hits.
5 hits.
Yes.
Like boom, boom, boom.
Exactly, but in a very soft way.
Okay.
Yeah. So in these 5 hits, for example, I have in my life for this year 5 goals.
Okay.
I push myself to achieve at least one goal, a small
Amazing.
goal from each
Okay.
in daily basis as a task. For example, let's say I have, right now I'm writing my book.
Amazing.
I have, as you said, my family. I have Sheikh and Yusuf,
MashaAllah.
which is they need a lot of time.
Beautiful, man.
You know, the
bless
kids.
you, bless
True.
you.
Plus, I have my full-time job.
Yes.
I'm doing some sort of business.
Okay.
And also, I have my fitness, and I take care of myself honestly in
It shows.
health-wise.
It really shows.
Thank you. So in this regard, I push myself to do every day small tasks related to my biggest goal, related to these 5.
Okay.
So every day, every time, you'll find yourself are growing and you're achieving. And instead of just making yourself think that you have a big goal and you cannot achieve it, you can start with small things.
Right.
And you will see the result in the end of the year.
Amazing.
And so far, alhamdulillah, I believe that I'm seeing a good results.
I mean, I've seen you in different places before, and on your Instagram, and we even had the chance to work together on
Wow.
on
The
an
best
ad
experience.
project. Beautiful stuff, and you always have this beautiful energy, you know, that positive vibes around you. So, what keeps you always positive? And you know, you go around there and you share that vibe. What do you do? Certain food? You work out? What is it?
Yeah, certain food. I eat a lot of protein, maybe.
Okay.
No, it's about that. It's about believing,
Okay.
Bara. If you believe that the life is too short, if you believe that life doesn't deserve to give it that much of emotions that make you negative, you will understand the meaning, the right meaning of life. God created us actually to be happy, to achieve our goal, to achieve
Right.
our big why in this life, and also to share our experience, to share our, as you mentioned, the vibes with the others. For example, if I'm sitting with you right now and I make you happy, just by small
Oh, you
conversation.
really did, yes.
All right. This is gonna give me a great reward later on, which is called karma.
Okay.
So this is what make me, because I believe that any energy that you're gonna give, you will get it back later on, whether it's positive, whether it's negative.
Beautiful, beautiful. So you're writing a book,
Of course.
and it's called.
My book right now.
Yes.
I prefer to mention the name later on, so to make it a surprise.
Can you at least tease us a bit?
Yeah, but it's about 10 years of my life, honestly.
10 years of your life.
Yeah.
So
A lot of things happen.
I'm
So,
sure
yeah.
it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And the course you're going to have soon enough. Tell us about it.
Yep, the course is called Life-Work Balance, that we're gonna speak about how we can balance our life, how we can, for example, avoid to be in such situation that make us feel that our life is our job. I'm trying just to teach the people that they are not their job. For example, if I'm talking to Bara now, Bara is not his job. Bara is Bara. Bara is himself. This is a big difference between you as a human and your job.
Right.
What's going on right now that we think that we are, what are we doing? What do we work?
Okay.
So we live all our life according to this title, which is wrong. That's why a lot of people doesn't give themselves the full time, for example, to enjoy their time with family, to
Right.
have their to achieve their goals. For example, to achieve their private business if they have. Why? Because they're keeping themselves like in jail with their work, with their
Jail.
Kind of in
Prison.
jail, exactly,
Okay.
mentality jail. And they keep themselves thinking all the day about what are they doing, especially if they are working something they don't like it.
Okay.
So it's a huge problem, I believe, and it's something that's need to give the spot on it.
Amazing. I mean, that's actually some big statements happening there. So, how long you been as a life coach so far, like a certified trainer?
Don't call me a life coach.
Okay, a trainer.
Yes,
Alright.
I believe in. Yeah, I like to
Okay.
be trainer more than a
Okay.
coach. I'm going to continue, alhamdulillah, 2 years now.
2 years.
Yes.
So,
yes.
what made you just jump into this? Like you know, I want to be a trainer. What happened?
What happened? Something honestly happened 2018.
Okay.
There's a story behind that. We can talk about it later on, or
Sure.
you can read it later on in the
I
book.
will read it in your book.
Yes, but it's actually very matching to my big why. the trainer, that to helping people, to give people the values, to see, for example, successful story in your life. This is the main thing that make me happy and make me live, Bara. More than anything else.
Beautiful.
Maybe some people, that's what make them live. Let's say maybe money.
Right.
Maybe, for example, traveling.
Sure.
What make me live actually to see someone else happy because of me.
Beautiful.
Because of a nice word, because of a smile, because of conversation.
Right.
This is what make me, let's say, continue my journey and feeling the happiness every day.
Wow. So, I mean, so far, I mean, for what's been going on, you've been coaching most people your age, younger, older, or all types of walks?
I feel like to coach the people who is younger or in my age.
Okay.
Why? Because I believe, and in our generation, there was nothing called coaching in that time.
Yes.
But you know, these things, it's come later on, and we will wish that we have someone who can walk with us and to guide us and even to ask us the right question to improve ourselves. Right. And that time we didn't find anyone, let's say, have this technique, have these skills who can support us. So in this, in my place right now, that's why I would love to speak with the young generation, to give them the right guidance, because I need them to be the best version of their self, honestly. And alhamdulillah, when I went for any sessions, any workshop, and I see young generation between 2000 and 2001, for example, and I see in their eyes there is some good, they're hoping for a good life, they're hoping for something amazing later on. This is wow. This is will make you happy and make you continue actually in your job.
Beautiful. I mean, so the case that you've been coaching people our age and younger, especially with the social media dilemma right now and all what's going on, you've been coaching mostly, I would say, Bahrainis at this point?
It doesn't matter about nationality, but because of the majority, of course, Bahrainis.
So have you noticed anything like familiar, like, you know, an average kind of outcome from coaching people in Bahrain mostly? Like you would know that, oh, because people are in Bahrain, you've been noticing like a certain trend between the youngsters. Anything that you actually like notified about them?
Definitely. There is something is very famous. For example, if you start coaching with any one of them, once you ask him, for example, what's your goal?
Yeah.
They will gonna tell you, for example, I just want to have a work and, for example, get married, and that's it. You will not see anything big. You will not see there, for example, try to matching their needs from deep inside. Nobody knows his value. You will not notice even anyone who understands his purpose of living. Which is very risky, I believe. The main issue, Bara, they don't understand what they want. This is what makes it very difficult. Once you sit with any guy and you just would like to understand what he wants in life, he will not give you any answer. But he knows what he doesn't want. In this regard, he will give you a huge list. Yes, I don't want to, for example, get sick. I don't want to get fired. He will give you a huge list. But once you go to ask him, what do you want in this life, he doesn't know the answer.
Okay.
So that's need a lot of work, and this is very common. This is what I noticed, honestly, with our youth generation.
Very interesting, very interesting. So they lack the understanding of what they really want.
Exactly.
And it's pretty interesting because with YouTube and social media and all the, you know, the positivity and the negativity all together happening there and all the opportunities, but they still don't know what they want.
True. Exactly.
This is crazy.
This is, yes. And the thing is, if you don't know what do you want, Bara, and if you don't know what's your message in this life, don't think you will have a goal or right goal.
Okay.
Because it's all related together. It's starting from your beliefs, then your values, and after that, your goals. So your goals is depending on your beliefs and your values. So if you don't know your purpose, if you don't know your values, don't expect anyone to, don't expect yourself to know the goals. It's like that. It's like a cycle, you know. So that's why we usually work from deep inside, because we believe your life is reflecting from your deep inside, from your inner soul. Yeah.
So is there a certain practice for a person to know his why and purpose that he can apply?
Yes, absolutely. There are so many practices, but the first thing that I recommend you to hire a coach.
Well, there's a guy called Ahmed
who will go with you from the beginning until the end, until you mention with him your action plan, which is, I really recommend you to do that, because you will understand the journey and you will go right to your goal.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So Any last tips, maybe anything you want to pretty much advise us with before we end this conversation?
I would love to tell anyone who's watching us right now that they have to think about the life as a meaning and happiness and enjoyment. A life cannot be just a meaning, cannot be just work, and cannot be just happiness and enjoyment. They can mix between both by designing their life in the way they want, if they can understand their beliefs and their value and their goals.
I actually felt you're giving me like a session right now, the way you were talking to
Maybe
me and
later
everybody
on
else.
we can sit and have a great session, Bara.
I'm looking forward to that. Thank
love
you
to.
so much, Coach Ahmed. Really appreciate
Thank
that.
you very much, Bara. I really enjoyed with you, mashallah, talented guy.
Wow.
And great questions.
Oh man, beautiful conversation. Thanks a lot. Much appreciated.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was it with coach and trainer and more that meets the eyes, Ahmed Al Nuh, with life coaching and training, all happening here on Bahrain Now. The Ministry of Education is upholding firm preventative measures to protect students returning to schools from the spread of COVID-19. Assistant Undersecretary for Financial Resources and Services, Mr. Khalid Al-Gharib, sheds more light on these procedures in the following report by Khalid Hijris.
Since the pandemic, the Kingdom of Bahrain has led by example. Prioritizing the provision of uninterrupted education, schools were reopened and equipped with the necessary measures to protect their pupils from COVID-19.
Well, as we all know, that the Government Executive Committee issued a decision that all administrative and technical staff to return to their schools, prospective schools, on the 4th of October. We prepared ourselves in line with the international practices, as well as the guidelines issued by WHO. All schools have to have a health and safety team. The entire staff population have been tested for COVID-19. The number of students per classroom must not exceed 9 students. The school has to organize the classrooms in a bubble or in a group. That is one way to control the spread of virus. Each school has a well-described emergency plan. If a teacher, say, suspects that a student is a little bit off color, he should report that directly to the health and safety officer in the school. The students will be taken to the isolation room and will immediately contact his parents or her parents. And if it turns out that this was a confirmed COVID-19, then who has come in contact with this person, we have to map out to the prospective health authority.
In addition to the standardized and emergency guidelines, the school bus experience has been overhauled for a post-quarantine world.
Getting on bus in the COVID-19 era is definitely different. All buses will run 50% of their capacity. The seats will have to be clearly marked to achieve appropriate social distancing. Children will be, or students will be, their temperature will be taken before they board the bus. The transport contractor must sanitize the buses every day before being used by the students. When they reach somewhere at a designated point by the school gate, they have to disembark slowly and carefully, and then inside the school, beyond the gate, inside the premises, to line up, to have their temperature scanned, and then onwards to their respective classrooms. Wear your mask, your face mask. Sanitize your hands, wash your hands continuously, and keep your social distance.
This is Khalid Hijris, reporting for Bahrain International.
We all enjoy the windy breeze and the crystal blue sea, don't we? So how about a fun sailing activity that we can all enjoy with the family and friends as we discover the beautiful blue waves of our island? So let's sail away with our very own Walid Leblouchi.
Want to learn a new and fun activity to do with your friends? To discover the beautiful blue waves of our island. That's why we came in Bahrain Yacht Club to learn the different stages of sailing. So let's sail together. Give me a short brief about sailing. A lot of people, they don't have an idea about sailing.
Sailing's a really good, interesting sport. Very easy to learn. It's a 2-day course for the level 1, 2 days for the level 2 and 2 days for the level 3. Once you get your level 2, it's an international certificate where you can rent boats anywhere in the world and sail. Just a really good sport to get out on the water and learn.
Can you tell me what are the stages of sailing?
So there's for youth, there's 4 stages, stage 1, 2, 3 and 4. They're all 2 days long, and step by step it gets increasingly harder, and then they should get more confident on the boat, sailing it, and eventually by stage 2, by stage 3, they should be able to sail by themselves. Same with the adults, except there's 3 stages, and stage 2, they can sail by themselves as well.
Okay, when is the right weather for sailing?
In Bahrain, it's normally between October and March or April, because that's when the wind is here and the temperature's not too hot, so that's perfect during the winter.
Tell me about the safety procedure that you're following.
So basically, whenever I'm running a course, I have a safety boat like this one that has all the RA and MCA recommended safety equipment, toolkits, first aid kits, life rings, everything that's needed. Also, inside the boat you'll find our emergency action plan, which will tell us what to do in any sort of emergency.
What are the other activities other than sailing?
Here at Scuba Life, we run all the activities you could imagine: sailing, powerboating, diving, jet ski rentals, yacht trips, boat trips, fishing trips. If anyone wants to get out on the water, we can provide it in any way.
Any message you would like to convey?
Just get out on the water as much as you can. Go sailing, go diving, and enjoy it. You're on an island, try and use the water that's around you.
Okay. Any tip for the beginners, like me?
Any tips? Just go for it. Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? You're going to have fun and you're going to learn a new skill that can potentially set you up for life and use in other countries anywhere in the world.
So let's do it. What did you learn today?
Today we learned how to sail and how to keep in direction of the wind.
So how was your experience?
It was really good and I really enjoyed myself.
It was quite fun, the sailing with the 2 different roles you can take. The steering and the rope pulling to make sure you what speed you go.
Basically how to set up a sail and also like put it back.
Did you enjoy your time?
It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun to get to know the other kids.
What are the safety procedures you're seeing and everything the boat is following you?
The safety procedures is there's a rescue boat and that follows us, so if anyone falls in it can get them out so they don't get hurt.
You gonna try this again?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
It's just like a really good experience, and also you learn more things and get to know more people, and it just gets you out there.
Tips for the people who want to try this activity?
Just come out and do it. It's not difficult, it's fun, yeah.
They should do it, like they should go sailing, it's quite fun.
Get out here. The ocean breeze is nice. You get to learn new things, get to meet new people, and that's all.
Enjoy your time.
Thank you.
Sailing is a passion, a deep love for the windy breeze and deep sea. Hopefully you enjoyed the coverage today, and you never know, you might discover a new hobby. I'm Walid Al-Blushi, reporting on Bahrain International TV.
The Red Crescent Society organizes a training course on the importance of agriculture and facing climate change. More on this report by Mariam El-Bayati.
The Agricultural Environmental team at the Bahrain Red Crescent Society organized a training course entitled Home Garden. The course displayed the significance of increasing the green space in the Kingdom of Bahrain to cope with drastic climatic changes, in addition to the possibility of utilizing any area of the land by cultivating it with plants and crops of high nutritional value, using advanced agricultural technologies, and how this can be invested in achieving financial income, especially for needy families. During the course, the participants learned how to design and arrange gardens, prepare for the agricultural season, set irrigation systems in the garden, and produce compost at home. Mariam Al-Bayati reporting for Bahrain International. Thank you for watching.
Now, that was a great episode filled with helpful tips and talents. Make sure you reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below on the screen. Goodbye and stay safe.